Wife is very nice. Your wife is Filipina. Have you tried sisig, bro? Or adobo? I think adobo is the most popular dish. Okay, okay. I think we can start. Let me maximize my screen. Okay, okay. So, so tonight we're talking about Kathari, specifically the Paragon CPUs, Magnus Alpha. Uh, so this is a my current build for CPUs. So it's a convergent CPUs build. So let's start talking about the card. So first we have three tabula rasas. So standard Qatari card. It's a 0-1, but it costs zero to summon. So that's really good. I'm also gonna talk about the tech cards later on. So you could feel free to remove some cards, maybe add no snitching or whatever you feel is good. So we have two copies of Convergent Princeps. So it's a one cost, two attack and one health. We also have Reliant Gamma, one cost that is two attack and one health. So at the start of your turn, if you control another friendly clone, this unit gains +1/+1. So you might be wondering, why are we running Convergent Princeps instead of running three copies of Reliant Gamma? So it's because of Convergent card. So we have Convergent Recruiter. So Convergent Recruiter looks at the top four cards of your deck, and you may put up to one clone and up to one Convergent from among them into your hands, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. So basically, if I run more Convergents, the chance of getting a Convergent out of Convergent Recruiter also increases. So that's the reason we are running two copies of Convergent Princeps just for the Convergent Recruiter Master. You could cut the Princeps if you want and add a Reliant Gamma or a no snitching, one copy of no snitching, or maybe two copies of no snitching. Depends on your preference. We have three copies of Valerusi Striker, so just the standard stuff. So this is a 2/2, and it gains +1 attack uh, for each additional Valerusi Striker on board. So if you have three, it gets +2 attack and +0 health, and it gets evasive. If you have two or more Valerusi strikers, if you have two on board, it gets +1 attack. It becomes a 3/2. Next, let's see. So we talked about Convergent Recruiter. So it's a 1/1, but it draws maximum of two cards. So it's pretty good. Even if you draw another clone or another Convergent, you could bank the other card. So it's a pretty nice card for two cost. This is our main draw mechanic in this deck because we run out of gas most of the time during turn 4, turn 5 if we don't draw Triumph of Europa. So we have three copies of Cunning Sipian, so standard card in Kathari decks. So at the end of your turn, it creates a 1/1 Kathari Iterant. So what makes CPUs really good at the moment, or what makes Kathari really good? So we have this relic. So the high density genetic replicator gives friendly clones +1 attack and +1 health. So even if we bank a unit, we summon an iterant, a CPU's iterant, it instead of a 0/1, it becomes 1 attack and 2 health because of high density genetic replicator. So you get a free unit basically every turn. That's also one of the reasons why we run Tabula Rasa. So if you play Tabula Rasa on turn 1, that's okay, even if it doesn't copy a clone in your bank. But because it's a clone and it has 1 health, with the relic on board, it becomes a 1/2. It also has synergy with this card, next card we're going to talk about. So it has synergy with Valerusi Standard Bearer. So similar with the relic, the Standard Bearer gives the friendly clone summoned +1 attack and +1 health. But with the Standard Bearer, it's a permanent buff. The buff from the high density genetic replicator is removed once the relic is removed. So you have to take that in mind. So for the for attendance, just take a screenshot in the middle of the session for those who are doing the gap quest. Take a screenshot later on, around maybe around 7:30 or 7:25. Okay, so let's move on. What cards do we have? We have Etian Subjugate, similar with the Standard Bearer and the Relic. After a friendly clone enters the field, the target unit gains +1 attack and +1 health, and it wastes the top card of your deck. So, but why is it a 3 cost? You may ask me. It's a 3 cost because you can actually select which unit that you want to buff. So if you summon a clone, you could select whatever unit that you want to buff with the ATN Subjugate. So you may want to buff a specific card um, so that it can kill an enemy unit, something like that. So this is really helpful, really useful, and it also wastes cards in your deck. So it is really good if you don't have any clones or any units on the waist and you want to play Triumph of Europa later on. Okay. I don't run Cerulean Hunter Calare because I think at the current meta it's too slow. You may want to run it if you're running against Earthen, but you could run Master Poisoner instead. Master Poisoner is way better since you already want to summon a lot of units on the board. You could also run No Snitching. No Snitching could be used against Nehemiah, the Paragon itself. Okay, so we have Magna Tempest Wheel, so one of the best legendary staples. So it's 3 attack and 2 health, but it has a master. A master which you could choose one. You could deal damage equal to the unit's attack to target enemy unit. You could draw a card, or you could deal 1 damage to the enemy. But because it has a condition, so if a Kathari unit was destroyed on the enemy's last turn, it will do all three instead of just choosing one. So it will deal if you summon this, it will deal 3 damage to a enemy unit. It will draw a card as well and deal 1 damage to the enemy. So it's really good to draw. It basically replaces itself. Okay, so let's see. We have one saboteur, mainly for the Qatari mirror. We want to destroy the enemy's relic. And you may want to run two. So it depends on you. Because CPU's Magnus Alpha basically repeats all of the masters. That's my reasoning why I only run one. So if my opponent plays another relic, I could just play CPUs to reactivate the master from the saboteur. Okay, next card we have Convergence Centurus. So this is also one of the convergence that could be drawn from the Convergent Recruiter. So its master is it creates two 1/1 convergence, and after you bank a unit, it also creates a 1/1 convergent. And if you have 10 or more units, it creates a 2/2 convergent instead. So 3 copies since you want to go wide with this board. Basically, you go wide and you use the relic or kill box later on. So we run Convergent Domina. This is used as a finisher against Neve. If they kill all of your early game units, you could kill Neve on turn 8 with Centaurus plus Domina combo. So you could play Centaurus, it summons 2/1/1s, then you bank a unit. You basically summon 3/1/1s plus 2/2. So that's 5 attack worth of stats plus Domina, 7. It gains more if you have a relic. If you have a relic on board, it could deal. So instead of summons 2, right? So there's 3, 4, 5. Instead of dealing 7 damage, you deal 12 damage instead. So depends on the relic. If you have 2 relics, then higher damage. We don't run Convergent Mass because I think it's too slow. Since it needs to be able to live to in order to benefit from its master of getting +1/+1 on the clones in your deck. So most of the time the opponent can kill this unit. It could be good if instead of at the start of your turn, if it changes to at the end of your turn, then I will run this card. But currently, no. So I run one copy of Cyprian Praetor. So similar to Centauros, it summons another unit. So it summons a CPU's adjutant. It's a 0/1, and it has defender if you control a CPU's adjutant. So it has +1/+1, and uh, it has +1/+1 and defender if you have an adjutant on board. So it's really good if your opponent is uh, Markolian. So if ever he clears the board and he has units on the board, you could summon this as a defender, and most likely they can't kill this as easily because they have ways of clearing the board, but they rarely run specific cards that could kill just one unit. Okay, so you could run synchronicity if you want, but I don't want to run synchronicity at the current meta. Let's see, what do we have? We have three Triumph of Europa, so another core card or key card. So if you don't have this card, this is one of the high priority crafts. So you have to craft this card. So it wastes the top two cards of your deck, and you could play any number of units with total cost 5 or less from your waste. So those units that enter the field gains +1 attack. So for example, if you summon Magna from the waste, instead of it having 3 attack, it gets 4 attack. And you could activate its muster. It deals 4 damage to the enemy unit. But it has a downside. So for example, if you play Triumph of Europa now, then you get Magna from the waste, and you get all. For example, you get 2 Valerosi strikers, and the next turn you want to play Triumph of Europa. The Magna does not come back to the waste after it dies. So once you resummon a card or a clone from the Triumph of Europa, you can't bring it back again with your second Triumph of Europa. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. We also run one copy of Killbox. You could run two copies. I think one or two is fine. So this is our main way of killing the opponent or getting that huge power boost that we need. So each friendly unit gains +1 attack plus 1 attack for each friendly unit you control this turn. So for example, you have 5/1/1 units. So 5/1/1 units may not be scary, but if you play Killbox, each unit gets 5 +5 attack. So each 1/1 becomes a 6/1 on your turn. So suddenly you have lethal. So with this card, your opponent should respect your board basically, even if it's just 5/1/1s. They are prone to dying if they don't clear your board. We also have a Akara Rebel General, so some don't run this card, but I really like this card as a finisher, since it deals damage to the enemy and it heals yourself equal to the number of friendly units on the field. So I run this it's really good against Neve or against dealing that few remaining points of damage. So if you play, for example, you play the Convergence Centaurus, it summons 2/1/1s, right? So when you play CPUs, it triggers the Centaurus Master first, since it triggers in chronological order. So it activates based on the first master that you use. Then if you play Akara, so it will play the Centaurus Master first, summoning more units. Then after it could trigger Akara if you use the Akara earlier on. Let's see. I also run one copy of Wong. Wong is really good to refill, but most of the time I believe Wong is too slow. So you may cut Wong or replace Wong with Recruiter or the Formatation's Exalt. But I think it's okay. It's a legendary card, so it's a situational card. I find it weird sometimes that I don't have any card to play at turn 5. If I don't draw Europa or I just run out of cast, then Wong is pretty good in that situation. I think that's all of the cards. Yeah, that's all of the cards in the deck. So let's analyze some games. So I have two games prepared for today. So once against one game against Urten and one game against um wait, Niv. Niv or yeah, Shroud. Okay, confirm. Okay, let me reshare my screen. Let me stop screen sharing. We just open it. Close. SIP versus SIP. I don't have any SIP mirrors because you basically do what you do against the other paragons. It's basically who goes first most of the time, and you play relic. On the play was also is high priority. Also, basically, I'll answer some questions later at the maybe at the end. Alexis Pop. So feel free to ask the question again later because talk about the I may talk about it during the replay analysis. Pag on the draw, ano prior cards and mindset? If on the draw, Magna and Relic and Saboteur are the priority cards. Okay. If against the mirror. Okay. So let's start with the Neve replay analysis. So we have I'm playing against Hill or Awe Hill. I don't know. He or she is previously a master player. So he's at Diamond 1. Pretty sure he's on top 100. So yeah, let's just wait for the game to start. Okay, so we are going first against Neve. So against any enemy, you want to always have one unit to summon on turn one, then follow up with a standard bearer or a high density genetic replicator. So since I already have a one drop and high density genetic replicator, I kept the Aethean subjugate. But if I don't have any one drops or the relic, I'm gonna redraw the subjugate. So we see that we have a pretty nice curve. We don't want Cyprian Praetor on this matchup because Shroud has a lot of ways to banish single target units. So against Shroud, you want to go wide. So this opener is also good against all of the enemies or paragons basically. Against CP or against Earthen. So you always want to get a one drop, follow up with the relic. So since we want to play the relic on turn two, could bank the either the subjugate or the striker. You decide to bank the striker instead because the subjugate could help buff your units. And if your units are buffed, it becomes pretty hard for Neve to play Neve's Dominion. So we're playing around Neve's Dominion. So now we have a good turn 3. We just play ATN Subjugate on turn 3. Turn 4, we have Standard Bearer plus Cunning Cyprian combo. So he might banish this turn. Even if he has Erasure, he can play Erasure because it costs 3. Unless the opponent has a take it or leave it. Which is, we're fine with that because even if he has us and if he plays that now, it's a waste basically. Because we could just summon more units. So he plays another steward, and we place another. We place a life siphon. So both of his stewards are buffed. Because mo to 2-3 and a 2-4. So our Reliant Gamma could easily trade against the 2-4. We want to maximize the energy per turn. So on turn 3, we want to utilize 3 energy. All of the 3 energy. That's why we're playing Subjugate first instead of the 2 drop units. So we just trade. We respect the Singularity Steward because it could scale pretty fast if you don't pay attention to this steward. It could basically become a 10 attack unit in one turn if you just go face. always, most of the time, are always kill Steward on the early game. Yeah. So now he could erasure. I was thinking he could, if he plays Niv's Dominion, it deals 2 damage to each unit. My Subjugate will live. So I'm okay with that, even if his Steward becomes a 6-5, 6-3, because it will also take 2 damage. If he plays Erasure on my Subjugate, the Steward becomes a 4-4. And if it becomes a 4-4, my Reliant Gamma could also trade against the Steward next turn. So this is a pretty good situation to be on. So he summons a Void Trapper. It's really good if the opponent has a relic on this turn, but relic removal. So we trade our we trade the 1-2, the CP's adjutant, because we could summon another one for free. So I just attack with the CP's adjutant, play the standard bearer first, so that when I bank a friendly unit, it summons another adjutant for free, and it gets a buff from the standard bearer. So we buff the subjugate. We want to play around the Nive's Dominion. So if he has 4 energy next turn, he could deal 3 damage to each of my units. So that's why I'm making my units for health. So this is a pretty good curve. I believe this is the perfect curve for CPUs. You went first, play the subjugate, and it sticks basically. So at that point, it's most of the time game over. So let's buff the subjugate. So because he might have take it or leave it plus Nib's Dominion, and it will deal 4 damage to each unit. So we summon another 1-1 Kathari Iterant from the Cunning Scipion. We want to buff the standard bearer. Because if he has Nib's Dominion, take it or leave it and Nib's Dominion, at least my subjugate and my standard bearer will live. Yeah, you really need relic removal in your decks at the current meta. So he has Nib's Dominion, but he doesn't have take it or leave it to deal 4 damage. So Nib's Dominion deals 3 damage to each of my units. So at this point, it's just GG, right? He has 15 health. I have 13 units, 13 attack on board, and I could just waste get a iterant, then summon a unit and buff my cards. We drew Triumph of Europa. It's just GG. We basically, if we draw one unit, one cost unit, that's okay as well. We could just summon it and have lethal. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So my mulligan also works against the mirror. So against the mirror, you need the saboteur against the mirror. Okay, let me play the next one. Wait. Okay, do you guys see it? Okay, nice. So this is against Kintsugi, an Earthen player. So Kintsugi is pretty good, one of the best Earthen players. And if you ask other people, they will agree if they're playing for a long time. Against Nehemiah, the Master Poisoner is important. Magna is important as well. But definitely just summon. Go with your usual curve. Summon a unit on turn one. Turn two, follow up with either a standard bearer or the relic. I think the standard bearer is better in this matchup because Nehemiah has a one cost relic removal. So we keep one copy of Reliant Gamma and we look for the relic or standard bearer. So take for those who are in the academy, so make sure you chat and take a screenshot of the of your chat as well on the live stream. So we have a decent hand. We bank the cunning Scipion because turn one we could just play Reliant Gamma. This is more flexible. We could get the cunning Scipion from the Tabula Rasa. That's one of the one thing to note. We did not play any Tabula Rasas because we don't have a relic as a follow up. We also might draw Standard Bearer or ATN Subjugate, and with that combo, Tabula Rasa is pretty good. But now, playing Tabula Rasa now doesn't make any sense. So his best response will probably be Steward of the Garden. Okay, he has Steward of the Garden. So we drew Standard Bearer. We definitely bank Standard Bearer. Then instead of playing the Cunning Scipion from Tabula Rasa, we summon the Standard Bearer. So we try to attack the Sword of the Garden with the Gamma. So there's no point in not trying, even though it will most likely be blocked by the pod. Okay, if we copy the Standard Bearer. So Tales from the Cryptmancer, One Turn Tilt does not have a standalone band. I only bring one copy of Saboteur, Kenzord. Could run two copies of Saboteur, but I think one is fine. Yeah, yeah, well, just one. But it's up to you if you want to run two. It's okay. It all depends on the preference. So he placed the upgrade, so he was able to clear the Reliant Gamma, but that's fine since we have the Magna for next turn. So Magna is pretty good. So he placed the Premier Conduit. It's fine. We could easily kill the 2-3. So he placed no snitching on my standard bearer. Now every card that I summon, every clone that I summon does not get the buff anymore. It removes the abilities or the effect from my standard bearer. The no snitching. So I bank the Centauros because on turn 3 I want to play Magna. And there I believe the relic is more important rather than the your other units. Because the relic buffs everything, right? And we get another Centauros instead. Okay, we just trade. Also against Earthen, take note of the position of your units. The standard bearer is on the right because if you place virulent spores, those who have 3 health will survive it if it's positioned on the leftmost or the rightmost. But if the 3 health unit is placed in the middle, it will die. So rule of thumb, spores deals 2 damage to the leftmost and the rightmost, and it deals 3 damage to the middle units. So his best play will probably be spores here. Kill the board, and my 1/1 bearer will live, but it does not have any effect. So he plays the Moonlit Star of Alessia. So it's a 2/4 that heals 2 health. So we could easily trade. So now we play the relic, but we consider if we play standard bearer first, trade the 0/1 into the 2/4, then summon a fresh iterant. If you have a 1 drop, I remove all of the cards that I draw. I just keep one drop in the mulligan. Relic is really important. So we played the standard better first. So this is what I'm talking about. When we bank a unit, now it summons a 0-1 that will get buffed by the standard bearer. So we play the relic. It gives everything +1/+1. Note that we play the standard bearer on the leftmost because of spores again. So next turn we could play Centaurus to go wide, then maybe follow up with Akara. If we draw kill box, we have lethal if we draw kill box if it doesn't do anything here. Kill box gives every unit +5 +5 attack. So he has relic removal. My Magna will die. Okay, it heals himself for 2. And maybe he could play spores. He has another snow snitching. So now both of my standard bearer doesn't buff the clones that I summon. So now I summon the Converged Centaurus. Even if he plays spores on his turn, one of my unit will live. My 1/3 will live. Standard bearer will live. But it's basically pretty useless at the moment. We just want to get the masters out, and we could play CP or CPs later on. So when in doubt, just use your masters and replay with CPUs at the right moment. So he plays Nehemiah. We luckily drew the relic. So we really want to play the relic because it gives everything +1/+1. Even if he removes it, we already have value for the relic. Instead of most of my units trading into the Nehemiah, we just trade with fewer units. So instead of playing the relic first, we played the Centaurus first on the leftmost. I was debating of if I want to play Akara. I can play Akara and relic, right? So that's why I'm playing the Centaurus first. You always play Centaurus first because it has a passive effect. After you bank, it summons a free convergent 1/1 convergent Iteran. So if I play the relic first, I won't be able to get another 1/1 from the Centaurus. So I bank the Akara. So since I have two Centaurus on board, it summons two 1/1s for free. And I also get another CPU's Iteran, another 0/1 clone. We just have to trade efficiently. Could trade the Tabula Rasa, then two clones, two. We trade with the Tabula Rasa because we might get Triumph of Europa, and we want to resummon Tabula Rasa again. We want to resummon it for free, basically, and it getting the +1 attack from the because +1 attack from the Europa. Okay, we just trade. Spurs could easily clear the board, but at least one of my units will survive, one or two. Not sure what's the rightmost unit. So only one. So only the leftmost unit will survive, and the 2/4. Both 2/4s and the leftmost 3/3. So that's okay, I guess. Could deal 7 damage. So he plays 2 units. That's a pretty low roll. So since we have Master Poisoner, we know it's GG. Just play Master Poisoner. We trade with the lowest attack units against the enemy units. And I don't even have to count. I see a lot of units with 3/3 and 2/2. So that's more than 15. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why it's hard to win against Kathari. If it goes first. If it goes second, it's pretty easy if you have Steward of the Garden on turn 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that concludes the replace. So for the attendance of the academy students, just chat Send a message on chat, then take a screenshot. So now I'm gonna answer some questions. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it down on chat. Present, okay. To type present. Okay, okay. For attendance. Also feel free to wait, let me plug. I'll just plug my Twitch. So follow as well for attendance. So follow and take a screenshot.
Hello.
So we'll in another session at 10 p.m. Hello, Agent K. Yeah.
Yun. Okay, gumagana na.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice.
Yup. 10
Another rookie
10
session.
PM yung
10
rookie
p.m.
session.
Okay.
Ay, ang sakit pa, may sakit pa rin ako, guys. Um, Ako ba?
What
Yung
para?
attendance pala, sorry, sige. Sagot ka lang
Screen.
ng tanong diyan, Dual, kung may tanong.
Okay. So Tiltomic asks, what Paragon is the best counter to SIP on the current meta? I believe Nehemiah or either Nehemiah or Niv. So Niv has Niv's Dominion basically, and with Steward, if Steward becomes too big, you could race with CPUs. But I believe Earthen is also good if you draw the relic removal. Maybe you run 3 copies of the relic repurposing to counter the relic of CP. Without the relic, CPUs is not really not that good. So how to win free battle pass? So just get lucky. I believe we have a raffle later. Not sure. Get what's in those. Can you share your deck code? Okay, I'll be sending the deck code on the academy chat. Wait, we copy. So this is just my list. You could edit it depending on your needs or preferences. Wait, where's the academy chat? Here you go. Okay, there we go. Me please battle pass. Yeah, for data, I believe. Do you like retired officer as an alternative option for convergent mass? A little bit more tempo. Retired officer. Wait, let me check the card. I'm not that familiar with the card. Retired officer. Oh, okay. Units in your deck gain +1/+1. So I think it's pretty good. My only problem with retired officer is by the time that you play it, you want to extend the game basically. You want to live as long as possible to take advantage of the master of retired officer. So if you plan to have like a control CPUs, then maybe it's okay. But I think it's too slow at the current meta. You really want to have clones go wide basically and use skill box. You don't want to prolong the game. Because if you want to prolong the game, I don't think CPUs is the way to go. If you want to have an OTK, for example, you just play ATO instead. With ATO, if you mill your entire deck, it becomes an OTK, right? So it's faster than running this deck. Maybe if this is a 3 cost or something, but I find it too slow. Like the convergent mass is good because it's a convergent, it's a clone, and it gains for every turn that it's in your deck, it gains +1/+1. So if it's in your deck for 4 turns, it becomes a 6/6. So stats wise, it's okay, I guess. It's okay. And it has a bonus master. But it's slow. That's the thing with the convergent mass. I believe it's too slow. Current meta. You may run this card with the hacker or something if you want, but I think it's gonna be a weird deck, weird RNG deck. So it swaps the cost of all of the units in your deck at random. So we could get a 1 cost retired officer or something. Where it can be a slugfest of shades and triumphs. What do you mean by your question? What do you do against a CPS mirror? You want to get the saboteur basically, and you want to go wide and trade efficiently. Trading efficiently is key. I'm playing with the new Dawn, so I take a lot of time. I hope I have some scraps or hit cards for this build. Yeah, the meta shifts every now and then, so you may want to save your scraps if you want to build a certain deck. But if you have enough scraps, you could craft the relic, the rare cards first instead of the legendary cards. So you want to craft those cheaper cards that are super efficient in the deck. So how can Ogencore deal with CP, sir? So it's hard, but you could keep up with CPUs if you run upcycle technology. If you play upcycle technology and get an early turn 4 or turn 5 Sesmir, then most likely CPUs will have a hard time, even if CPUs has a master poisoner on board. Okay, when you might want to run? Oh, okay. I might want to run retired officer if I'm running um, either one a universal deck, so it's pretty good stats for attack and 5 health. So in an universal deck, it might be pretty good. You might want to run it in a maybe a CPU's control deck where you play like Maya's Monsters, where you play Maya's Monster as well in order to block ATO if your opponent is ATO. At least your opponent can play it. As well as Neve, you block Neve if you play Maya's Monster. So you play 3 copies of Maya's Monster, you play that card. But I don't think there's a really good spot for the deck, for the card at the moment, the current meta. Can Kati win against CPUs? Definitely. Kati could kill you if he plays first and if he runs Markolian Bannerman. What else? As well as Saboteur. Like if Kati just summons units and trades efficiently, runs Saboteur, then maybe play a Stealth Glaive and play the Victory. So the Victory is 6 energy, but it deals damage to the first unit summoned by the enemy. So it's pretty good. If you control the board and you have the Victory on the board, you could win against CPUs. And Alvaro on CP deck, I think it's okay. I wait on CPUs. No, 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 no. I don't think it's good. You really want to run the clones. Go wide then play kill box. But if you want a different build, you can run it against if you want to counter Neve that badly. But I believe going wide is the key. And Akara. I rely on Akara as a finisher. Since Akara is just one card and um it's pretty flexible. Instead of running 3 copies of Alvaro Interrogator, I could run 1 copy of Akara Rebel General instead. So on Kati it might be good. On Kati it might be good. Alvaro might be good because you have a rallying cry. So if you get an Alvaro Interrogator from the rallying cry, it's pretty good. If you want to create a deck that hard counters Neve or Shroud, then definitely Kati. Kati is good. Okay, so are there any more questions? Okay, if there's no questions, I'll be ending the stream soon, and I'm gonna join the in-game tournament. So if you guys are free, join the open in-game tournament that starts in 11 minutes. So it's just for fun basically, and for you get a parallel league point if you win the open tournament, and you get some packs as well. So for those who needs like need some cards to create a deck. Okay, okay, right. Yeah, thank you much, Smith, for yesterday. Yeah, for me, I need one more point for the in-game tournament for this month. So I already won 2 in-game tournaments. So the maximum is 3 for each month. 3 points for each month in order to qualify for the parallel World Championship knockouts. All right, welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions. You could ask on parallel chat or on the academy chat. I'll be answering if I could answer the question, or the other mentors as well could answer your question if you have if you have any questions. So one open IGT win gets you, yes, it gives me one league point basically. So I currently have 48 league points, and it's pretty rough. Everybody is really close. So top 21 for points will be considered for the parallel World Championship knockouts. So if I qualify for the parallel World Championships, yeah, I need to win first, qualify for the points, then be on the top 8 of the knockouts where 32 players are gonna face each other. That's one step
So
closer
guys,
to Vegas.
ang trabaho natin harangan lahat ng mga ibang kalaban para magka-team si Dual.
Eh, thank you, thank you. Tama, tama.
Maghahanap si Dual kasi ng asawa sa Vegas, guys.
Uy,
Suportahan natin.
mali yun. Meron na, meron na.
Ayun, meron na daw. Magpapakasal na si Dual sa Vegas, guys.
Uy, di pa. Tagal, malayo pa yun. Support dual.
Ayan,
Kay
anyway,
Christian Cancer.
yung
Okay,
teka,
okay.
yung attendance yung Zili attendance link
Silly.
nandiyan na sa chat. So,
Okay. Ayun, backlink
pakigawa
ka.
niya,
Nasa chat ng Twitch.
ng
So,
Twitch.
yan. Gawin nyo na agad.
Gawin na, huwag niyo nang like pa-last minute na biglang magme-message sa akin bukas. Sir K, nawawala yung
Oh,
quest.
oh, hindi ko na fill
Magpapasa
upan.
pa ako. Naman, no? Gawin niyo na ngayon. Tapos, pag-giveaway tayo premium battle pass. Wait, where is Nightbot? Nightbot, pakita ka, Nightbot. Wait lang. Nightbot. Dual, ano ang keyword for the night for your session?
Ano na lang. Kathari.
Related sa Kathari, ha?
Kathari na lang.
Kathari lang?
Ano ba maganda?
Kahit ano, related sa ano mo. Related, medyo like kahit ano parang tinuro mo.
Ano na lang. Convergent Recruiter. Kasi yun yung
Na,
favorite card ko ngayon na ano. Pang draw. Ganda pang draw.
kasi para tumatak sa isip ng mga ano natin, viewers.
Okay, okay.
Battle pass for winks.
Battle Pass. Pass mo ako.
Tama yan eh. Womp off grid. Yan, off grid. Pa-invite na lang sa kasal. Wait, sino po ba dito? Bria. Ay, bago pangalan. Ngayon ko lang nakita pangalan ni Bria. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome dito.
to the Academy. Okay,
Mm.
IGT guys, habang ano kayo. Sali lang kayo. Kulang pa 6. Kailangan kasi ng 10 players siya para matuloy. So, laging pahirapan para matuloy basically. Tapos kailangan pa
Ay, sige
mag-champion doon
sir,
sa IGT.
sandali. Teka, eto, magla-login na ako. Aabot ba?
Abot. 5 minutes pa.
Sandali ha. Ayusin lang natin yung ano.
Salamat sa ano.
Hala, Hyperplay is updating in the background. No!
Kailan na.
No!
Sige,
Weird na
sali.
itong
Open ka.
Hyperplay. Sandali ha. Ayan, sige. Maglo-load
Sige,
na
sir.
yung... Hala, Hyperplay was updated. Do you want to update and restart Hyperplay now? Yes. Okay. Ayan. Restart. Anyway, habang nag-ano si Hyperplay, share screen ako para makita niyo yung
Ay.
giveaway. Yan, kita niyo na. Daddy Agent K. Kung ikaw anak ko, Dwayne, dinis-own na kita. Joke lang. Biro lang. Siguro magpapa-DNA test muna ako.
Confirm muna.
Confirm ko muna.
Paano po manalo sa giveaway? Naku, bawal ka, Mutski.
Bawal ka, Mutski. Pogi
Special,
ka
ano
ng
ka na eh.
pagkati. Oo nga.
Nag-show ka naman nung kahapon.
Sikat ka na masyado, Mutski. Hindi ka na namin abot.
Kathari na creator deck na kinuha ko, kaya pa ba siya? Edit mo na lang, Mira. So, yung deck code sinend ko sa Academy chat. So, dahan-dahan mo
Hirap-hirap
na lang
sagutin si
i-craft or
Wookie.
palitan
Tangkad
cards.
niyan, eh.
Ayan o. Ayan, type nyo.
Ayan na pala, sorry. Daldal ako ng daldal. Ayan yung keyword, nauna na si Astude yung at si Yamato.
Alert.
Nga. Oo nga pala, meron may gusto lang akong habang nangongolekta tayo ng mga sumasali sa giveaway. 'Pag naglalaro kayo ng parallel and then I mean, alam kong one player game naman siya. Tapos, ah, kung dala ninyo yung YGG sa in-game name ninyo, medyo hinay-hinay sa pagto-troll. Okey? Medyo kasi na nagkakaroon ng feedback dun sa yung mga ibang players ng ibang bansa. Medyo parang biglang nagkakaroon ng nagkakaroon ng opinyon na lahat ng YGG players gano'n, 'yun. Kasi dala ninyo yung YGG kung susuotin ninyo yung YGG na tag sa in-game name ninyo sa parallel, um, maging medyo responsible 'yan, tama si Mira, medyo maging responsible sa behavior dun sa game. Kasi kung kunwari, ano bang mga example niyan? Ah,
Pag-i-emote. Paulit-ulit.
oo,
Mga isang daang beses na
magsa-spam
emote.
kayo ng emote, siyempre medyo parang BM yun, eh, parang badmouthing yun or parang anong considered po ba na troll? Yung for example, umpisa ng game, kung kunwari busy kayo or whatever, tapos sabay ang diyan,
Yan ba?
or wala lang kayo sa mood maglaro ng maayos, magpa-pass lang kayo ng hindi nagba-bank, tapos every turn gagawin niyo gano'n. Tapos ang ginagawa is uubusin yung timer. So, walang magawa yung kalaban. Hindi naman niya kayo kayang madaliin. So, wala siyang magagawa. So, parang yung nagto-troll is sinasayang lang yung oras nung kabilang player. Yun, medyo frustrating yun kasi lalo na para din sa mga ibang lahi, para sa mga nasa ibang bansa na naglalaro ng seryoso. Yun, kunwari gawin niyo kay Dual yan, maiirita rin yan.
Tama
So,
lang.
yun yung
Mute ko
dun.
kayo. Like, hindi po siya.
Winx medyo may yan, kasi lalo na yung mga ibang players na marunong, kung alam nila na talo dalawang ways, two ways yan, eh, two directions yan, eh. Parang meron yung kunwari player na talo na, eh. I mean, parang wala na namang paraan para makabawi. Kunwari gano'n, yung katulad nung kanina, yung game ni Dual. Nagwala na yung Kathari, ang dami ng unit sa board, nakapag-kill box na, makikita mo na na parang, ay na, tapos hindi pa agad pinatay yung kalaban. Yun, isa yun. Or yung opposite naman is yung turn mo, pero alam mong talo ka na, tapos ang dami mo pang iba-ibang ginagawa para lang tumagal yung turn, nang hindi ka na lang mag-concede. Yun. Yun yung dun. Ayan, parang ganyan, troll, yung parang basically panalo ka na pero hindi mo pa ipanalo, yun, isa yun. Tapos sabi yung opposite is, talo ka na, eh, tapos sabi alam mong talo ka na at alam parang ang mo dun is alam din naman ng kalaban na talo ka na. Parang hindi ka pa mag-concede para next game na tayo kaagad. Yun yung isa. Yun, troll lahat ng Shroud players. Ayun. Pero yung mga clear na behavior na na medyo parang trolly ang dating, is yung yung magsasayang ng oras or ng walang ginagawa. Kunwari wala namang binank, kunwari hindi nag-bank this turn
Mhm.
or tapos uubusin yung oras, tapos next turn ganun ulit, yun. So, parang obvious naman na ano yun. Tapos yung, um, emote ng emote, yun. Tas sabi parang parang basically parang dinuduro na yung kalaban, parang yabang-yabang na or something, yun. Di man sa ano, ang alam mo iba-iba naman sense ang enjoyment natin ng game, pero pero kung suot ninyo yung YGG na tag or yung tilt na tag, yun, 'di ba? Nababahiran yung buong grupo, yun. So, tapos kaya ko sinasabi 'to kasi umabot sa'kin galing sa mod ng mismong parallel Discord server. Kasi merong mga hindi taga YGG na nandun sa main parallel Discord na parang nagrereklamo dun sa parallel Discord tungkol sa mga YGG players. Nilahat na nila. Parang lahat ng mga YGG players parang walang kwentang mga troll lahat, mga ganyan. Parang ganun ang dating. Siyempre, inano ng mga parallel mods yun. Parang, hoy, sandali lang, hindi lahat ng mga players ganyan. Yun. So, maghinay-hinay ka naman dyan. Mag-konting breaks. Hindi, wala namang
Wala
mini-mention.
naman Winx.
Yun. Pero merong yung mga ibang na-mention, ni-relay na sa akin. Yun. Tapos nilapitan ko na sila isa-isa. Parang sinisigurado ko lang. Ano naman yun. So, yung iba, wala, hindi naman nananadya. May nangyari lang, parang busy lang kasi sa napabayaan ng konti yung computer. So, tuloy-tuloy lang yung oras ng isang turn. Pero merong iba na talagang nananadya. Yun. So, kinausap ko na yung mga iba. Yun. So, sinasabi ko lang dito kasi heads up lang. Kung suot ninyo yung YGG sa pangalan ninyo in-game, you are technically representing YGG. Parang sinisigaw niyo sa mundo diyan na YGG ako. Yun. So, kung ang behavior niyo is medyo medyo trolly or medyo mean, 'di parang inaano niyo rin yung YGG dun or kahit anong grupo ninyo, 'di ba? Parang kung ayaw niyong gano'n, magpalit kayo ng pangalan or yung ginagawa ng mga iba yun, may mga ibang gumagawa nun. Yun lang, Yamato, kapag gagantihan mo, tuloy-tuloy na lang tayo. Hindi na ever na matatapos yan, yun. Kung alam mo kung sino yung nanto-troll sa'yo at makalaban mo ulit siya, o 'di yun yung pagtripan mo, bahala ka. Go, 'di ba? Yun. Anyway, yun lang ang ating public service announcement for tonight. Yung Young Rens, heads up lang, sa lahat ng mga sumasali sa giveaway. Para sa academy enrollee and academy graduates yung giveaway. Okay? So, kung manalo kayo, tapos ma-check ko dito sa Zili na hindi naman kayo enrolled, pasensyahan, hindi ko i-aano kasi sponsored 'to ng Parallel and sponsored 'to ng Parallel specifically for academy, for Parallel Academy. Palit name Agent K. Naku pare, Jill, matutuwa pa sila 'pag nakita nila Agent K kalaban nila, pre. Wag, matutuwa sila. Oh my God, pagkain na naman, Agent K, natagpuan kita ulit, ulam. Wag niyo papalit ng Agent K yung pangalan ninyo. Akala niyo biglang matatakot? Hindi mag-o-auto surrender 'yan, biglang mag-uupo 'yan diretso tuwid. Tapos, let's go. Oo. Ayun. So, heads up lang, yung mga kasali sa giveaway, kung hindi kayo actually enrollee ng academy. Kung hindi kayo enrollee ng academy at gusto niyong mag-enroll, punta kayo ng Tilt Discord, yun. Tapos, um nasa pin messages ng Discord yung form. Ayan, oh, para sumali diyan. Kung magiging ulam ka, Agent K, ano ka? Naku, ang ganda naman ng tanong. Ang daming puwede. Ano ba, footlong hotdog? Hindi, wag. PG-13 tayo, eh. Mamaya iki-clip na naman ako ni Dwayne. Dwayne, wag mo i-clip yun. Wag mo i-clip yun.
Edit niya lang. Nabanggit yung hotdog.
Yari tayo.
Pares.
Loko kayo. Ano yan? Game, alamin natin yung manalo kasi 7 na eh. May ano pa kayo, Crypto Fiesta. Ian!
Yun. Iyan.
Ian, nanalo ka na ba? Parang nanalo ka na yata dati.
Familiar yung mga.
Oo nga. O sa sobrang
Matagal ka lang
dalas nating
nanonood.
kasama nitong ni Ian, parang
Oo.
akala nating nanalo
Oo.
na siya dati.
Nakabili ka na, reroll?
Makakabili ka na? Wow! Hindi, makabili na po ako.
Or baka nakabili na, sir?
Nakabili ka na.
Nakabili na
Nakabili
yung
ka
for
na.
this month.
Hindi, nakabili ka na pero hindi ka pa nananalo rito, Ian. Ano ba? Uy, sagot.
Hindi pa,
Anong
hindi
hindi
pa raw,
pa
sir.
po?
Hindi pa nananalo sa
Hindi ka pa,
giveaway.
hindi. Tipid mag-type, ha?
Hindi ka pa nananalo ng giveaway
Mura
this
lang mag-type, guys.
tilt or from Twitch.
Hindi ka pa nananalo rito sa giveaway. Tama? Pero nakabili ka na ng sarili mong premium battle pass. Yun ba ibig mo sabihin? In-game sa IGT. Nax, yan eh. Ang
Yun,
ganda eh.
maraming salamat.
Naglalaro. Sorry sa istorbo, sir. Akong mali talaga. Yan. Well, sabi niya reroll. O, di reroll natin. 3, 2, 1. Oh, si Pares.
Oh.
Pares.
Kayo dyan,
Pares NFT.
andyan ba? Or ano lang, niwan lang bukas
Wala
yung
din.
stream.
Busy rin yata sa IGT. Ayun. Sheesh.
Ayun, nag-shish.
Sheesh
Reroll
na.
din, meron ka na, Pares.
Meron ka na rin, pre. Reroll na lang. Andito ako, sir. Ano na ba? Wala
Ay, wala
pa.
pa.
Okay.
Okay,
Ayan.
deserve.
So, DM mo ako sa Tilt Discord. May 4 na information kailangan ko. Matagal mo nang hinintay ang araw na 'to. Okay lang, pre. Yan. Puwede mo nang pakasalan si Premium Battle Pass.
Yun.
Dalhin mo sa Vegas. Samahan mo si Dual. Magpapakasal si Dual dun eh. Ayun. Anyway, DM mo ako, hindi kita i-DM kasi ang dami kong ibang ginagawa. DM mo ako para hindi ko makalimutan.
Yes ata yung Nexus Pops.
Ano
May
to?
question kung
Pops?
nanalo
Next
ba ng
season na lang
giveaway.
i-credit. Yung alin?
Kung rin manalo daw siya tapos meron na siyang premium BP. Pwede bang next month na BP na lang? Parang gano'n.
Hindi, wala namang teka, ito na lang, itong yung ibibigay naman sa inyo is hindi naman yung battle pass. Ang ibibigay sa inyo is 2,400 glint.
Ayun, oo. Clarify.
So dagdag na currency yan sa account ninyo. 'Di ba?
Sabi ni
Oh,
Ian Aus.
Iyan.
Sabi mo kasi reroll eh. Hindi mo tinanong muna kung okay lang.
Oo nga, biglang sabi mo agad reroll eh. Hindi, sige. Ang ano ko diyan, naano naman ako kay Ian. Ian, message mo ako sa Discord. Ako sasagot nung
Uy,
2,400 glint mo.
ayun, paldo.
Bait mo eh.
Mabait yan. Pinadala.
Galante ka eh.
Honest na
Parang
meron ka ng BP.
bilis mo eh, 'di ba? Meron na ako reroll. Wow. Galing Bibihira yan Kung si Dual yan, hindi gaganon yun eh.
Ay hindi. Reroll din, reroll.
Hindi gaganon si Dual, "Thank you," ganon agad si Dual, eh. Mabilis yan, tapos hindi
Yun
wala
lang.
pang segundo yun dun sa ano, sa giveaway. Na here,
Sent.
present.
Detail sent.
Meron na akong premium battle pass pero okey lang. Thank you ulit, doble sige.
Sumabay din ako.
Grabe. Wala akong patunay niyan, Jill. Hindi ko alam, baka fake news yan, eh. Hindi, joke.
Mamaya
Winks,
meron pa ata
hindi
na giveaway.
naaawa sa alin? Hindi ako naaawa. I mean, hindi ka pa nagda-diamond 1, eh. Hoy, kamusta na kayo, Push niyo. Push niyo yung rank. Reminder lang, December 25 deadline ng Academy for Platinum 1. Tapos, ay sorry naman. Wala akong pinatatamaan, Winks. Ikaw naman, 'no? Wala. 'Yun, tapos deadline para sa mga graduates sa leaderboard, December 29. Ano yung hinahabol? 100 YGG tokens dun sa plat 1. Tapos katumbas na prime sa December 29. So kung kunwari graduate kayo for academy also this season, puwede niyo ding habulin yung sa December 29. Okey, so kunwari nag-plat 1 na kayo, wag kayo tumigil dun. Actually lahat ng mga ano ng nasa academy ang habol niyo actually talaga is Diamond 1. Okey, habulin niyo Diamond 1. Kasi 'pag tinamaan niyo Diamond 1, eh, di meron kayong ano, may prime kayo na katumbas yung ano, yung 100 YGG token. So roughly around 4.5 prime din yun. Tapos yung 'pag kapusin naman kayo, yung mga academy na mga nasa academy na enroll na baguhan, okey lang kasi pasado naman kayo sa plat 1, 'di ba? Meron pa rin kayong 100 YGG token. Need lang tamaan Diamond 1, Kenguri. Oo, yun, mas simple yung requirements ng ano, eh, hindi, kailangan niya i-maintain hanggang 29 siyempre. Kailangan sa 29. Kung gusto mong i-timing sa 29 na mag-check ako na Diamond 1 ka na, okey lang din yun, 'di ba? Yun, Paps, konti na lang pre, Diamond 2 ka na, eh. Yun, tapos maintain na lang, yun. YGG page. Dark Soul Warn, the website's not updated. That was just copy pasted from last
Previous gap.
season. Oo. When po checking, yun na nga, Astude. December 25, mag-umpisa na ako mag-check ng mga Platinum 1. Bakit December 25? Dahil kailangan niyo umabot sa December 27, yung deadline ng gap. Yun. So, December 25 magche-check na ako ng mga rank, and then December 26, graduation tournament or graduation event. So, attend kayo kasi yun yung last requirement. The last requirement for graduation is attending the graduation event. Yun. And then, after that, you can submit your quest for the Academy Finisher Gap quest by the 27th. Because that's the deadline of GAP. The end of GAP is December 27. But for the players who have already graduated from season 7 last season, and who are sure that they are going to graduate for season 8 for this season, there's nothing stopping you from chasing the prime rewards for the graduate leaderboard. Yun. So, deadline for the graduate leaderboard for rank checking is December 29. Yun. Hello, paano po yung coaching na lang need ko po? Yes, mag-ano ka lang sa ano, mag-ingay ka lang, Wink, sa Tilt Discord. Yan, no? Chat lang kayo sa Academy chat or sa parallel chat kung may free. And then kung merong may free or may magsasabi yun, tanungin niyo kung sino puwedeng magpa-schedule kung kaya hindi on the spot, ayun. I have one guildmate rin na English lang alam. Winks, Kasali na ba siya sa academy? Ako, puwede rin naman ako, eh. Ayan, si Dual puwede rin, si Mutski puwede din. Mga fake Inglesero.
Napa-English din ako ngayon,
Ganda
eh.
ni na coach session, hala. Sirang plaka na ako, ah. Isa lang kailangan, Jill, 1 lang. Hindi na nga madami, 1 lang. Isang beses niyo lang kailangang magpakitang gilas sa coach, hindi, joke lang. Ang point nga dun is ma-correct yung mga ibang matuto kayo, eh. So, kung kunwari mali-mali, di ayos lang yun para maturuan namin kayo, di ba? Dual, may tanong si Schmidt.
Relic lagi. Or
Yan.
one drop, standard bearer. Yeah, standard bearer. Pag may one drop ka na relic or standard bearer na.
Ayun, anyway, sino nga ba 'to? Ian at si Pares, DM niyo ako sa Tilt Discord, okey? Ayusin natin yung ano niyo. Yung kay Ian manggagaling sa'kin, yung kay Pares manggagaling sa parallel yun. So, medyo mas matagal ng konti dadating yun. Pero, asahan natin na dadating yan bago matapos yung buwan na 'to para magamit ninyo. Okey? Ano pa? Ano pa mga kailangan natin ano? 10 PM mamaya after ng tingnan natin, ha. Well, matapos man o hindi ang Crypto Fiesta, sige tuloy ko. May rookie session tayo kasi si Sands, attendance si Sands, eh. So, turuan ko maayos. Kailangan ko yata laliman yung boses ko, hindi joke lang. Um, Naka-mute ka, Dual.
Ayan. Nasa si ano kalaban niya, Niv kalaban ni Schmidt. Kaya pala tinatanong niya sa
Kaya pala,
IGT.
eh.
Ayan.
Sana all
Sana all
galing
galing
kay
kay
Master
Master.
Key. Sana not, 'di ba? Sana not, 'di ba?
Oo.
Anong sana all galing kay Master Key? Loko mo ko, eh. Parang automatic ako diyan, sana wag. Kontra tayo diyan.
Magastos.
Ang core na nga, ang pondo ng Tilt is sana, all galing kay Master K. Diyos ko naman, oh. Wag naman, wag.
Wag na lahat.
Dadating yung Parallel Battle Pass 10 minutes before end ng season, 'di ba? Wow. Ang ano niyan pala naman is end ng season is may announcement naman na mag-aano sila kung kailan sila magro-roll over ng battle pass ng client, may update. Magda-down yun, eh, may maintenance mangyayari. Ayun. May huli ka bang pabilin, Dual, bago natin
Hmm,
i-adjourn 'to? Mamayang 10 PM ulit
wala
rookie
na.
session.
Mamaya na lang ulit. Chat lang kayo 'pag may tanong kayo. Feel free tanong sa parallel chat or academy chat.
Ayan na, may tanong agad, oh.
Okay. Kathari deck 'pag puro shroud kalaban. Ako gusto ko yung deck ko, yun talaga gamit ko. Hindi ako nagrarano ng snitching. Go wide lang talaga. Summon more units, go wide. Kasi parang pangit magpe-play around ka dun sa Singularity Steward. Pwede mo naman i-magna yung Steward, eh. Pwede mo naman patayin yung Steward. Or palakihin yung units mo para hindi mabanish ng Dominion. Parang ganun yung idea.
Parang hindi ako maka-login sa parallel, hindi ko alam bakit. Ano bang
Baka
problema nito?
solo ka.
Laging unexpected error. May problema yata, ewan ko, hindi ko alam. Mamaya na nga yan. O siya, adjourn muna tayo,
Adjourn muna.
mamaya tuloy natin. Pasok kayo dun sa Crypto Fiesta, usually naman marami silang pag-giveaway dun, labang kayo dun. Sayang din kasi, kaya iniiwasan din naman namin na makasabay yung events ng YGG kasi marami silang mga pabigay. At sa tingin ko gusto niyo naman sumali rin dun sa mga gano'n. Okey? Kita-kits mamaya.
GG's. Thank you, guys.
GG's.